Hi, everyone. This is Sarah from Soul Heart Intuitive Coaching. Hopefully, you had a great weekend and your Monday is off to a good start. We're here to discuss the energy for the week from November 25th to December 1st. But before we do that, again, like I've done the last few weeks, remember to exude kindness. While there may not be a lot of aspects in the sky this week, there is Mercury stations to go retrograde today. So communications could be awry, but remember, be kind, be compassionate to those around us. Everybody's going through something. You just don't always know what it is. So, again, we're going to go over the energy for the week from November 25th to December 1st. Pay attention to your sun and to your rising sign and see what each of them have to tell you. So, like always, we're going to start with Aries. Aries, it's your card is you are wanted. There's a home waiting within. Now, sometimes you're such a pioneer and you just want to get out there and do things. But this is a time for you to tap into yourself, to see what is within you. You might not think of your body being a home, but it is a home. It's a home where your soul resides. So pay attention to what your body is telling you. Pay attention to what it feels like to be fully integrated within yourself and to see what happens as a result of that. You never know what can happen when you tap into something that's a little bit different. So, again, you are wanted, you are home. Keep that in mind as you go about this week. Taurus, yours is become aware. And it says, listen to the wisdom of the body. So yours kind of piggybacks off of what Aries was. Awareness is the first step to anything that we do in this world. The second that you become aware, the second you can begin to shift things. And awareness often starts within your body. So pay attention to the messages that your body is giving you. You might get some inkling that you need to go in this direction, or you need to go in this direction, or you really need to pay attention to this. But your body has a message for you. So listen to whatever the message is that your body has to tell you. It's something important. Gemini, yours is run wild. Let your inner child run forth. Let that inner child out. Have some fun. Let it be curious. See what it has to say. You never know by letting your inner child out what could happen as a result. We often keep our inner children kind of not totally locked up, but we keep them safe and secure and where it's easy for us to just go about our day to day. This is really a week for you to let your inner child out. Just see what happens. Be curious. Let your inner child explore and see what happens. You never know what's going to happen if you don't let your inner child out. So, Gemini, run wild this week. Cancer, yours is review your responsibilities. Not all responsibilities are ours to hold. Now, because you are governed by the moon, oftentimes you will have emotions and you will pick up on other people's stuff. And this can include those responsibilities. You don't have to do everything by yourself. There are people that are out there who can help you. And if there aren't people who are willing to help you, then maybe those aren't the right people to have in your life. So start to look at your responsibilities, start to look at the things that you have. Are they something that helps you? Or are they something that hinders you? Take a look and really kind of try and be analytical this week about what it is that you're doing and never know what could happen. So review your responsibilities this week, Cancer. Leo, yours is seek guidance in this. It is time for a different perspective. Try and look at things from through a different lens. When you're able to look at things through a different lens, oftentimes you're able to start to shift the way that your life unfolds. This is a time for you to look at your perspective differently. If that means that you need to talk to somebody else in order to get a different perspective, you can do that. Or you can always use it within yourself. Try and look at things differently. When you're able to look at things differently, your life can change, and sometimes for the better. Try and look at things through a positive lens as opposed to a negative lens. The negative lens is often all around us. And sometimes you're going to have to disconnect from social media or just media in general so that you can find that lens that you need and look within. Look at things from a different perspective this week, Leo. Virgo, yours is you can do hard things. It is not as impossible as it may feel. Oftentimes, Virgo, you may feel like you just want to get things done. You just want to get things checked off your list. And sometimes that may mean that you put aside the hard parts. This is a time for you to look at the hard things. You can do the hard things if you allow yourself to, but you have to allow yourself to do them. Don't just be so hasty and quick that you want to just check the items off the list. You can do this. You can do this work. It is there for the taking. So, Virgo, this week, do the hard things, and you never know what might happen. Libra, yours is be still. Cultivate a space of stillness and silence to just be. So, stillness is your key for this week, which it could be a little bit difficult to try and be still this week with all of the commotion that's going on around you. But if you're able to succeed, then that's something that can help you to move in the direction that you want to go. When we're able to be still, we're able to receive messages from source. So be still, allow those messages to come through so that you can see what's coming or what is happening right now, or have a different sense of awareness. Stillness is something that is really hard. Often we are programmed that stillness is a bad thing, that we have to fill the space. But when you're able to be still, you can allow things to come in. So allow those things to come in and see what happens. Scorpio, emotions are the reflection. Look for the deeper meaning. Now, this is something that you're really good at, Scorpio. You're often good at digging down deep. This time, you're looking at emotions, which again, you could be good at, but you don't know if you don't try. So dig below the surface. When you have some emotion that pops up, look at it from a different perspective. Again, look at it through that different lens and see what happens as a result. Emotions are really good indicators of what can be happening in our lives. But you need to look into the deeper meaning behind it and not just look at it from the surface level. So dig deep this week and look at your emotions, Scorpio. Sagittarius, yours is a time to remember. Look back on your childhood. Now, this is your season, Sagittarius. So this could be a really good opportunity for you to look back on your childhood, and especially with Thanksgiving coming up, it could be a good reminder, good or bad. But sometimes you have to look back in order to move forward. And this is one of those times for you. Look back so that you can move forward. Examine elements within your childhood and see what comes up. All of this week, you are looking to see what is coming up. So when the time is right, you can examine them. You don't have to examine them in the moment. You can look at it later from a different perspective. But just look at what comes up and be aware. Capricorn, yours is set boundaries. Claim your power and know your value today. Setting boundaries can be something that you're really good at, Capricorn. This is about you as a person. Know your own value. There is nothing more powerful than knowing your own power, your own value and claiming who you are. So claim who you are, know your values, and set your boundaries so that you don't go beyond that. You want to be self-empowered and the strongest person that you can be. So be that person this week. And that may mean that you have to do things a little differently than you might have in the past. There's nothing wrong with it. Set your boundaries this week. Aquarius, yours is find your haven. There is a place of wonder waiting just for you. We often can get stuck in the rut of doing the same thing day in and day out. And sometimes as a result, we don't allow ourselves to go out and explore. This is a week for you to explore. Go out and see what is waiting for you. Only by doing that can you truly find that place or that information that has something there for you. This is a time for you to explore and see what's out there. By doing that, it can take you in a totally different direction. And sometimes that's the kick that we need in order to move forward. And Pisces, yours is practice freedom. Release the weight of judgment. It can be a challenging thing to release the judgment and the expectations that others have of us. But when we're able to practice freedom and let ourselves truly soar, then we are able to tap into that energy within ourselves. And that is something that you need more now than ever. So tap into that sense of freedom, Pisces, this week, and allow yourself to just spread your wings and see what's out there. So again, I'm Sarah from Soul Heart Intuitive Coaching. Hopefully this has been helpful for you. If it has, please comment below. I would love to hear from you. I would love to start a dialogue with you. You can find me at www.soulheartintuitivecoaching.com. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And I hope that you have a great Thanksgiving here in the United States, if you're here in the United States. And just remember to be kind, have compassion for each other, and you never know what can happen if you don't try. So enjoy the rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon.